I was reminded of this time in my life when I had to take a leap of faith, and I was terrified and I was scared. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just didn't know. And so I've been reflecting a lot on that moment in my life. It was in 2017. I was in Jupiter, Florida, had a job I was really excited about, and I was sent into a hurricane. They literally sent me down to Florida knowing there was a hurricane hitting in like 4 days. So here I am with 2 chihuahuas, a hotel room, car full of stuff, clueless that a hurricane was coming. And not only was it a hurricane, it was a Category 5 hurricane, bigger than Katrina was the estimate. I couldn't leave Florida because there was no gas. I couldn't even get gas. It was a terrible situation. So I knew in that moment that I wasn't going to stay working for this company, because how dare they send me, Midwestern chick, no idea what a hurricane is, to Florida knowingly and by myself. So I knew I was going to leave. Wasn't sure what I was going to do. It's not like anybody in my family offered to let me come stay with them or anything. So a dear friend of mine that I had worked with said, "Hey, my aunt needs a roommate. Why don't you go live with her?" Now, mind you, I had never met this aunt before. And I was like, okay, sure. So I talked to the aunt for 20 minutes. And I think this was about a week after the hurricane. And then some other stuff went down. And then all of a sudden, I had to go back to Kansas unexpectedly, like right then. So I got in my car. I called the aunt that I'd never met. Said, "Hey, I'm on my way." And when we had talked, she was like, "Whenever you're ready to come back, just let me know." I didn't have a job. I didn't know what I was going to do. My stuff was all in Virginia. I didn't know. All I had was my faith. It's the first and only time in my life that I really had no idea where I was going or what was next. And I just had to trust that God was going to get me through one way or another. And He did. And the fact is, it doesn't matter what you believe. God, source, universe, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter to me. But for me, God has never failed me. Never, ever. Even in the scariest of moments. And that is definitely a moment that forever changed me. So I've been reflecting a lot on that this week. And just trying to figure out what's next for my life. And, you know, I'm just curious if you feel open to share. Have you ever had to take a leap like that, where you didn't know what was next or what you were doing, and how you felt, and how you made it through?